give me one. Woo! Bryant for the win. Bang! The Sting and everyone. Oh my! He's got it. Wow. Michigan at the 41. What a hit! Ball's free on the ground. South Carolina deserves to have it. Seth Rollins just curb stomped Randy Orton. And with that curb stomp, the future is now.
Hey guys, welcome to the 5-Star Podcast. Here for the third episode of this season, and I'm here with my buddy Loverboy, Brock Landers. How's it going, man?
Well, Nathan, I'd like to say it's glad and happy to be back on your podcast, but I've never told a lie in my life, and I'm not going to start today.
It's a shame. It's a shame because I actually decided to bring you back after you trashed the place last time. I had to cut it short. Yeah. But you know, you have a big match coming up this weekend.
Huge.
So I thought that I would give you the opportunity to talk about it. But if you can't give me the courtesy of, you know,
okay, look,
saying you're happy to be here at least.
I feel like we've got off on the wrong foot here.
Okay.
And I want you to know that I come bearing gifts, okay?
All right.
You told me over the phone this was supposed to be like Sunday best attire. Obviously, you don't follow suit on that. So I brought you your very own shirt here. That'll just really class up the joint.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I really do camo and hunter orange.
Yeah,
well.
I can tell. Also, I got you some new decor here. I don't know if you've seen this. This was as seen on the Royal Rumble.
I did see that on the
Yeah,
Royal Rumble,
yeah.
as a matter of fact.
So, you know,
I did
just
see that on the Royal Rumble.
Get your Tim the Toolman Allen Taylor there, and we'll hang that up later for you, okay?
Your shirt's faulty. It's not wanting to hang up in the locker. So you need to get that taken care of. Speaking of Royal Rumble, though, I did see you there. I didn't see you. I saw your sign up there during, I forget what match it was. They cut away, and I saw it. Independent Talent Podcast. Who are those guys? I meant to ask you that before, but I've not.
That is Lemon Juice McGee and his trained monkeys that he carries around with him. I mean, it's really a bottom of the barrel podcast. I mean, it's not as classy as all this. I mean, this is, what is it, like a 36-inch here? I
have no idea. They I just talked them into letting me talk about wrestling online. So
yeah. Well, you know. The whole Royal Rumble experience, you know, it's a shame that the Loverboy didn't make the cut, you know, that I wasn't one of the 30 participants, but, you know, maybe next year, right?
But the Loverboy was at the Performance Center.
That's the word on the street.
So how did that go out? How
did
that turn out for you?
You know, when the brass at the WWE, they have this little show that they call Swerved. And when you need someone to come in and kind of pull a rib on the wrestlers, you've got to probably call the best wrestler, not just in the state of Kentucky, but on the planet. That's yours truly, Loverboy, Brock Landers. That's me. So, you know, Vince calls me up, asks me if I can come down to Florida. And I said, Vince, you know, it's getting ready to come this huge snowstorm. I'll never be able to get out of town. No problem. Charters a jet right out of Lexington, flies me right down to Orlando. What, are you rolling your eyes?
I have a hard time believing that Vincent K. McMahon.
The K is for Kennedy.
Okay, Vincent Kennedy McMahon called you on the phone specifically.
Yeah, my personal self. But you know what? The last time I did one of these interviews was with this little no-name guy named Mean Gene Okerlund, and I don't know how I ended up here. Hold on, I'm going to call my agent real quick. You're fired. I mean, this is a step down for me here, you know? I'm a big deal. But yeah, Vince calls me up, asks me to come in, and, you know, he needs entertainment. He needs people to subscribe to the network. I mean, how else can you do that other than putting this gorgeous face, this flawless profile on Swerved? I mean, it's perfect. So, you know, I signed a few non-disclosure agreements. I can't get into it. But whenever the new season of Swerved airs, yours truly will be there front and center.
Okay, well, even though you're being a jerk, I will say that it is nice that we have someone who's going to be featured on WWE TV on the podcast, because we've had some big names in the past. We've had Jake the Snake Roberts, we've had Nikita Koloff, Lex Luger, and we've also had some indie guys that I think
Oh,
Have all beaten you at some point?
Okay, wait, no. I watch your podcast. I listen to it. I see guys up here like Kyle Maggard, like Larry D, John Noble, Bo James. Are you serious? I mean, I'm not saying that's not good company, but I mean, I've beat them all. That's the one thing they all have in common is when they get in the ring with the Loverboy, they get acquainted with the ceiling lights for about 3 seconds.
3 seconds. Well, I've not seen a lot of you guys, a lot of the matches between you, but I did see the last time, the first podcast when we had Jake the Snake Roberts. I went to Sherman East Athletic Center.
Yes.
That weekend, and I saw Kyle Maggard and the bunch get you for the get you guys for the 1, 2, 3.
Maybe this is some kind of revisionist history. Like, I don't remember it that way.
Okay.
But I wouldn't put it past anybody from Eastern Kentucky to have to revert to some kind of cheating, underhanded ways to get the dupe on the Loverboy. And you know what? Back to the Vince McMahon conversation. You know, he flies me to Orlando, first class, sends me to all the finest restaurants, okay? You guys make me come over here on my own dime. This morning I had to stop at Francis's Diner downtown. They had nothing that was on my meal plan, no lean proteins, no vegetables, nothing. So I have to choke down this greasy omelet concoction served by an even greasier waitress. And then she looks me in the eye and asks me if I want a Hazard fortune cookie with my meal. Do you even know what that is? Yeah, neither did I.
No idea.
Neither did I. And she brings out a biscuit with a food stamp in the middle of it.
I mean, I have a hard time keeping a straight face with this stuff because you're full of crap, man.
Okay.
You're full of it. There's no way. There's no. I mean,
See,
how long do you have to sit at home and? Are you stealing this stuff from somebody, or are you making it up yourself?
See, I come on your show. I do you a favor. Obviously, ratings are at an all-time low after having some of those other guys on, so you need a boost. I come on to do you a favor, and I mean, you're running me down the whole time. I've had nothing but great things to say about you. I think that you have a terrific voice. Have you ever worked in radio at all?
A little bit.
Well, you're perfect for it because you got the face for it. I'll tell you that.
I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming.
I'm just giving you your just due. You're a great talent, and you know.
Okay, well let's get to it. So I've got some pictures of you down in the.
Wait, what kind of pictures?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They're safe for work. They're safe for work. This isn't that kind of podcast.
Okay.
But you went down to the Performance Center and you evidently started peddling your shirts to all these guys.
They swarmed me, okay?
Swarmed
it was like moths to a flame. When they saw the Brock Brigade t-shirts, they just, I mean, the women, the men, the trainers, everyone, Brock, can I get one? Brock, can I get one? Do you have my size? Do you care to sign it for me? And as you can see, I mean, this guy here, H, great guy. I mean, probably could have gave me a little better seats for the Rumble, but, you know, whatever.
He was busy because he had to come in and clean up house
I showed him a few things there. You know, when I was at the PC, I was like, you know, maybe try this or that, and you know, no, I'm not saying that he won because of me, but before I went to the Performance Center, he was not the WWE World Champion. Now he is.
That is something that I cannot dispute. I can't dispute that fact.
Undisputable.
The undisputed champion in his own mind. The undisputed champion in his own mind. But so we've got this weekend. You tell me that you are facing a WWE talent.
That is correct. There's a gentleman, and I use that term loosely. I'm not sure if you're familiar with a guy named Rhino, NXT.
I've heard of him.
Yeah,
I've heard of him.
NXT superstar, ECW superstar. Ugh, not a good-looking guy, but nonetheless, you know.
His arms look like they're as round as your head.
Yeah, but look at that. Come on, man. That's not going to sell tickets. This sells tickets, you know? But yeah, this guy thinks he's just going to walk into Lawrenceburg, Kentucky for Wildcat Championship Wrestling, and all the fans and the mayor and everybody's going to come out and make this big deal of him being there. But someone is going to spoil that party, and that someone is moi.
So you're telling me that you're going to beat Rhino?
I'm telling you right now I am going to beat Rhino. I know all of his accolades. I know where he's been and what he's done, the championships that he's won. I've even watched tapes. I've studied his move. He has that thing, the gore, whatever you call it. I'll tell you right now, Nathan, I'm not afraid of the gore. There's only one Gore I'm afraid of, and that's Al Gore. Because, number one, global warming is real, folks, and he invented the internet. That's a scary dude right there. This guy, not so much.
Not scary, not scary. Well, I wish that we could hear what Rhino had to say about that, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're going to talk to Rhino, you better do it before February the 6th, because after I get a hold of him, his jaw's probably going to be wired shut.
Intense stuff, intense stuff. You have anything else coming up?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. Anywhere in the state of Kentucky that you see a wrestling poster, whether it's New Origins Wrestling, whether it's Kentucky Zone Wrestling, whether it's Bluegrass Championship Wrestling, whether it's SIWF, whether it's Primetime Wrestling, Wildcat Championship Wrestling, basically you can put any letters together and then put wrestling, and when you see this face on the poster, you know you're going to see the most skilled performer at his craft, and the craft I have chosen is professional wrestling.
Well, you're good at talking. You're good at talking. That's part of the battle.
Yeah.
And we will see in the weeks to come.
Oh yeah. Every week, every weekend. February the 6th. If you're in Irvine, Kentucky, you can come out and watch me split some guy's wig. If you're in Lawrenceburg that same night, if that's a warm-up. In Irvine, what I do there, I'm just getting loose. I'm going straight to Lawrenceburg, and then I'm going to go upside Rhino's dome piece. February the 13th, maybe you and your bae, or whatever they call it, want to go out and celebrate Valentine's Day. Maybe you should go to the WWA and see Kentucky's biggest battle royal, as I will win the WWA heavyweight title that night. It's as far as the eye can see. That's what the Loverboy's got going on.
Well, believe it or not, I enjoy having you on. Although I question myself once we start every time. I don't know. You're not a nice guy, man.
That's not true.
You're not a nice guy. We talked in my office for a little while, and everything.
You know what? And I'm gonna
fine.
talk to him, because I don't think it's right. Them throwing you in that little janitor's closet, that's not cool, bro.
See, once the cameras start rolling, he turns into a different person.
What?
I'm telling you, once the cameras start rolling, it's like earlier he was paying me to be on this show. He offered me money.
My wife watches this. Be careful.
My wife watches too, and a couple other dozen people do as well. Couple other dozen people. No, hundreds. Tell your agent thousands. But no, it's nice having you on.
Always a pleasure.
I look forward to seeing you get gored, maybe.
Oh.
But kick out at 2, John Cena style.
Always.
And then we'll see what happens. But thank you guys for staying with us. We'll be back next week talking some wrestling, but some non-professional wrestling, some wrestling that some people call real wrestling. But I think it's all real to me, dang it.
That's right.
It's still real to me, dang it. So thank you guys. We'll be back next week. For the Loverboy, I'm out.